actually commit right away if you have a chip. We've seen it yesterday how Falcons APBREN utilized this hero and they went really good.
Yeah.
Ogwen did so much well. And how will this lineup would actually show? They complemented the glue for the XP lane and also, okay, and also the Claude. So how about a blazing duet all across the map, and then you have a way to actually negate a super, or even negate a possible attack from the back line, or the back lane from a marksman
You want Akai here?
from Team Liquid Echo.
Forcing out an Akai here.
Oh. Yeah,
Still need a hero on
it's an export.
Jungle X-Borg.
Okay.
All right, 3 chunky heroes. That makes sense. You kind of want to punish everything coming through. Again, it's the same concept as the Dairoth. If you get hit on through the shortcut, you just hit Blast Insanity. And then you play with those stacks. You play with your shields.
Yeah, come into my fires, says X-Borg. Shortcut into my face.
Again, Liquid Echo on red is forced to be creative. Liquid Echo on red has to go through the chess match that is presented by, well, rather the obstacle course that is presented by Coach Ducky and Coach Treb. So that explains why, again, these numbers now slowly making sense. I like how there's a slight advantage on the numbers from Falcons APBREN, because I agree. I think Falcons APBREN were able to draft a lineup that is more likely to punish what Liquid Echo is bringing. But let's not deny the fact that Liquid Echo, as long as they have a good mid laner that can pressure and a roamer on JP that can turn the fight, any fight is winnable.
And the chessboard is open for this game to happen. Who is going to make the first move in this composition? It's game number 3. It could be the start of a race for a best of 5. Now we check on the focus on Falcons APBREN. So looking at the screens right now of 2 junglers, we're looking at the pressure of the mid lane. Look at that, almost half HP. Ogwen health almost gone thanks to that passive. He can easily got away. So most priority on this one is usually vision. So maybe, just maybe, you want to counter it out early on against JP. Oh, Sanji.
Oh, the flicker committal here from Ogwen.
Oh.
That was close.
Flickers out for safety. Sanji still saves and lives.
Oh, now that's what's impressive. It's actually Sanji who has not used his flicker. So wait, can they afford to force this? Oh, they won't.
Maybe get some of that gold, but that's the best you can do. Right now, the kill's probably not going to happen here. They force him back, though.
Yeah, stand corrected. It's just the dash out of that Valentina.
Yep.
So probably it's Ogwen wanted to actually be safe in that possible takedown. So focus on the DXP. I love how Carl TZ is managing how to maintain this movement or this control all across the lanes. But hold that, it's Benecutie.
Oh!
The target.
1v3 Benecutie.
Whoa.
They knew they could take him the moment they saw the Lycan pounce.
I mean, Benecutie is pretty sustainable. He protects himself. He's pretty independent. But not against 3.
Not 3.
This is the wonders of the chip. Early on, you have so much ways to actually gank and add aid to each lane that you want to have pressure on.
Yep.
And with that, now they're slowly looking forward to use this picture against Team Liquid Echo. Now looking at this, oh, a beautiful way to hit those meteors. But Carl TZ is slowly not letting go of his first objective.
At all. Flicker in, and the bravest fighter used up already by Sanford. But he is going to suffer in the hands here of the rest of the FCAP. But they are taking that turtle, and they're taking bodies. They're taking names. Ogwen's down, and Flaptini is in trouble.
And Flaptini looking for a way to escape, but no, he won't. And that is completely just for slowly taking advantage of that first early Detona's welcome. JP used the counterplay to have a good setup for Team Liquid Echo.
Clear numbers game. Liquid Echo knew what exactly they were getting into, and I think they knew that Few did not have the Astral Echo just yet, could not get the position in, and that changed the tempo, that changed Falcon APBREN's damage output. And I can see a alternate timeline or an alternate outcome wherein, yeah, they could have gotten the Detona's welcome on the perfect target and then picked off a member or 2 before the retribution threshold came up, and then that would have just changed it entirely. But no, this is one of the strengths of Liquid Echo. They're aggressive, and they know when they can force things, and even when they feel like they shouldn't, they turn things around, and that's what allows for them to be here now. 1,000 gold ahead, 3.5 minutes in. I'm wondering when Ogwin is going to start doing what the chip is supposed to do, right? Setting up the shortcut, collapsing on the targets, and then going for a death ball. That's not what they did here in that first hurdle. That's why Liquid Echo spilled the blood in the water and said, you know what, this is ours.
Yep. They also want to take advantage on how they wanted to slow down Falcon's APBREN. Again, if you have a chip, it's all about the commitment once you open up the portal. Either you force something out or use it against the team who has this advantage. But right now, how Team Liquid Echo manages to even hold that kind of threat early on, I think this is just JP doing all the work and also providing anti-pressure and vision for Falcon's APBREN. Again, the threat of a chip early on is so much dangerous, having, again, the Navaria and also the glue. So probably Supermarket needs more time to amplify more of the items if you want to go up against Benny Cutie early on.
Francis, you mentioned the G word, the glue.
The
I'm not so
G-word.
sure how that combines with the shortcut, and if that's the real combo you're looking for. Maybe it's made for a late entry, but as it is, it's hard to combo it. Check it out, another fight.
Shortcut is open, and now the fight is happening. With Carl TZ, they're not going to be able to steal away that turtle, and Flap TZ is the one who's absorbing the brunt of the damage. So you're right, Leo, the shortcut just not cutting it so far.
See, it feels like a nombo. I mean, chocolate cake and spaghetti is good, but not together, you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's right.
Just don't. I would like cold spaghetti and chicken, but not this. But having this combo of
Cold
liquid...
spaghetti?
Yeah, or cold macaroni after a Christmas day.
We
Let's
need
not
to
talk
talk
about this.
later.
Let's
We need to talk
not
that
now.
later.
Things we eat after Christmas in the Philippines. But anyway, going back to Team Liquid Echo, this is just how they want to play with this chip. Completely. Either you commit or not commit. Because somehow they wanted to push Ogwin right onto Supermarket. They need the damage unless they would actually do pickups. But it's dangerous how JP manages to hold the river from top to bottom, maintain so much vision, and also he wanted to use this time to amplify Sanford as well. Again, almost hitting early on against the XP later Flap TZ. Now they have an advantage to push on pressure, such as that. Oh, portal is open.
Speaking of pressure, portal activated already. Everyone is here to join the party, but also is Sanford. He's hunting down Few. And on the side, Flap is absorbing Betty Cutie, holding him off as long as he can. But here comes the export. The damage takes out the glue.
All right, let me add another layer of how maybe the glue and the chip is a nombo. It's a little too over-complex. You have a shortcut, whether it's reactive or proactive, but the end game, the best case scenario, still doesn't make sense in my mind. And maybe from blue side, oddly enough, this time around, it's Falcon's APBREN who might have overthought it. They overshot and came up with a way too high concept of a lineup.
You know what? I agree with you. Because right now I am only seeing DHS onto this Claude, and if even Few, Flap TZ, or even Kyle just go in a portal, how will damage show? One thing that automatically switch up in JP's head is I need to have a good setup, and that's where things crumble. So right now, another objective is open, and this is just Liquid Echo positioning and waiting for the next step of Falcon's APBREN to commit. Again, an open portal. Will they commit the same mistake with the damage not yet ready for Super Marco to have?
Yeah, right
Meanwhile,
now with the portal open, somehow you don't want you to go in. At the same time, Super Marco not ready to deal damage just yet, right? So far these portals will definitely not work out.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right.
Loving the confidence there.
The gloves have been thrown.
Yep, the recall is showing up for Benny Cutie.
Those portals are slowly acting like spear destructions that you won't click on anyways. I mean, it's
Exactly.
good for vision and it's good for your opponent's mental, but as it is, Liquid Echo are going mental. They're at 5K prior ahead, and I don't think Falcon's APBREN should be in any shape to fight.
For
So
now, yeah.
all it is they're just waiting.
For now, it seems like just a distraction, more or less, right? That's all it's doing.
Kind of like a same principle of how Louis wants to fake a diversion. So probably right now they want to buy more time for this lineup to actually work against Liquid Echo. With the 4K gold they're doing, still the same thing, pressure. Now things that he want to target on, probably is the XP lane. But Flap TZ right now, well, still having a great way to counter the damage
Yeah,
of
but
Sanford.
the main difference between a false diversion and a false shortcut is you can false diversion into nothing.
Yes.
But you have to shortcut into a target.
You have to be close.
So it's fine. You can't do a preemptive shortcut. That's the main difference, and that's what's not making it work for Falcons AP right now.
Yeah, they're really looking for a way to make this actually happen against Liquid Echo. The gold is going up slowly by the minute. It's 5K. They've taken down a turret. FLAPTZ almost, well, 3/4 HP, but he's still a glue. He can still survive.
And he can get back in if Ogun wants to, as usual, with a shortcut.
Okay. So looking at how Ogun is managing to go peekaboo on the portals. Peekaboo. Probably is this way on how where is Benecute could actually go. Since there's turret down taken against Falcons APBREN down bottom, it's now time for the EXP laner to actually have the aid of pressure. So we're looking at Minotaur, Xborg. How's the item showing for Falcons APBREN? Are they ready to commit once more, Leo?
No, I'd say it's still hold. You have to hold. And don't even think of contesting. Let this through. Items-wise, being down 5K is a significant arms race deficit. Like, you cannot fight on the same level as your opponents unless you're inside the base. That's what happened earlier in game 1, right?
Oh, yeah.
But here right now, Marco.
Benecute getting a taste of that Lycan Pounce damage, but you gotta be careful, can't be punished too hard by Super Marco.
Yeah, there's about 1,200 gold between them now. So I'd say still no, don't force it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so they need more time to actually make this work. Look at the damage dealt. It's Sanji, Benecute, and Sanford. Just throwing out against CarlTZ and Ogwin. Another turret taken. Slowly a push down bottom for the Lord. And look at how they're managing to control this map from top to bottom. But oh, Daytona's welcome.
Oh boy. They catch him. They catch CarlTZ, but Drug Armor keeps him alive. Sanford once more. Bravest fire straight into 2 members of Falcon APBREN. Means they're going to have to back off, and they take down Ogwin.
No casualty for Team Liquid. Sanji got the ultimate off chip.
And keep going here, getting in position. And that's JP on the back.
Woo!
Might get punished. He does go down. Super Marco
The Lord still
dashing it out. A little bit of finesse, but tower will fall.
Oh, FLAPTZ got a hand.
FLAPTZ, he's in trouble.
He got one. Benecute
gets
falls.
Whoa!
Wow, the punchback is strong here, coming in from FCAP here.
I mean, it cost them a lot, and they weren't going where they need to. And something tells me Falcons APBREN need to get everything back on track. They need to be on the same page, because earlier, I'm not so sure what FLAPTZ was working on top lane, but he did not jump into the shortcut portal.
Yes.
I think if he came in earlier, this would have been a better mathematical trade. But as it is, I think they're fine with it. I'm just hoping that they're not once bitten, twice shy. I'm hoping that this will allow for them to say, you know what, it's a 5K gold lead, but we do have the firepower where it matters. And looking at it now, 7, 6, 8, 5. There you go. See, it's less than 1,000 now between Benny and Marco, so they can go from there.
Okay, so it looks like how they're managing to layer out the composition this time around at almost 12 minutes. So this time, I think it's Liquid Echo looking for a way to just consume another objective. But I think you're right. Right now, they're probably the minds of Falcons APBREN wanted to capitalize on sustain and actually do work for FLAPTZ. They have managed to get Benecute out of that team fight.
Yeah, I think that's the #1 goal for FLAPTZ is find Benny. Find Benny or find Sanji. One or the other. Best case scenario, find Benny, shut him down, and then, again, the fact that there's so many layers to this for FCAP to get their win makes it all the more difficult, but we're saying it's not impossible. If they can do that, and then maybe set it up first, start off with maybe a 3-4 man, Astral Echo, then that's how they get it.
Yeah. I think looking back on how Lei wanted to paint the picture of a comeback on how Falcons APBREN could manage and use that ultimate of few right onto Team Liquid Echo, I think it's more of like layering division, go for a fall for Ogwin, but the commitment on how they want to do this in team fights, I think it could actually work and show, but depends on how they wanted to layer this. Again, the only damage that could come from is probably Super Marco. You have a way to push back one from Missile Expert, but depends on how the front is being controlled, and CarlTZ having that immortality. Oh, they got spotted.
CarlTZ spotted out once more. Smart missiles. Or Missile Expert, rather. Pushing him back, but here comes the rest of the squad. Team Liquid PH looking for a kill. He can take out maybe CarlTZ and secure that Lord. But CarlTZ able to make it out just for the meantime. And the punchback is activated here. Bravest fighter is actually so powerful, and there's just no way for FCAP to fight back.
And that's where you feel the 6K gold lead.
And that's how you feel Carl TT just being so confident with the recall.
And this whole time he wasn't even part of the fight. This whole time he was just taking Lord.
Yeah, and just using his Falco armor to be poked down by the members of Falcons APBREN. And now they're just pushing in. No turrets taken away from the cavalry. And there's Lord pushing down bottom. Ogwin being the casualty. I'm just thinking of what could be the front line with the threat of the Minotaur. JB just keep on using, and again, he used the flicker, but one thing he's aiding on for Team Liquid Echo is the comeback counter setup on what Carl TT can do. They need to sustain the front line! But how?
He basically has 4 life bars at this point.
Yep. Drago Armor, Immortality as well. He has so much to play with. Now, Falcons APBREN looking for a way in. They have to defend this. Waiting for Team Liquid Echo to make a move. Team Liquid Echo just very, very mysterious. Not showing any signs of weakness. No chinks in the armor so far.
Oh, that's the Astral Echo.
Right.
Oh, that's the hits.
Oh, they force a flicker from Sanford. So that's going to be the Lapu-Lapu going back, at least for now.
All right, a successful defense by Falcons APBREN. Liquid Echo holding on to their advantage, did not force anything, did not collapse on to Falcons APBREN, and they know all the better. They know that if they're still inside their base, that's all the more chance that there's a little extra damage for Falcons APBREN, and that's where they're lacking firepower. They're lacking the amount of damage to capitalize on these amazing collapses from the shortcut. So I'd say if Falcons APBREN is still around, then maybe fights happen closer to their base at 17, 16.
20 maybe. Maybe it'll be closer by 20.
After this Lord, maybe post-Lord, then definitely we're talking. Definitely we're in the game. So check this out. Few just picked up his Enchanted Talisman. Compared to an almost fully built Sanji, there's about 500 between them. So that means even on mid lane point, right? Even in mid lane, there's a very big, there's not that big of a gap. I think a majority of the gap, if I reckon, is between Carl and Kyle.
I think it's one thing to see how the winning condition will be for Falcons APBREN. I think there's one item away for Super Mario to actually have this full build. And how he melted that Lord and cleared out that minions. It's a great way of showing that they can sustain, but this time around that they can defend and counter aggressively for Liquid Echo. Look at the damage done by Few. Probably right now, this is the one thing combination that they need to work on. This is going to hurt. And the variant in this time of the game, this is the window that Leo is mentioning out. It's 2 minutes from the 15 minutes. It's 17. Getting the right recipe of damage. Oh.
Few gets it.
Oh, Few.
All right.
Secures it.
Well, you want that on maybe a mage, if not your jungler, so still pretty good here.
Not bad.
Yep,
not bad.
Still.
Oh, wow, look. Why walk? Why walk? He's setting it up. The portal.
Ogwin.
They're waiting for the call. All right. Ogwin, when you're doing it.
He's going to approach from the back where Benny Cutie is, actually. And now Carl TZ, 1 life down.
Oh, waiting for the
Raga
dance.
armor. Holding it up. HP's quite low. He's holding out on that portal. They know. They know where Ogwin's going to come from.
Oh, I think they're expecting this. Ogwin with a position on how to enter the back line of Liquid Echo, on where the bush of Benny Cute is
Look at
hiding.
Benny.
I think they know.
Truth be told, he has 2 entries. He can take this lower left bush or the top left bush. And the rest of Falcons APBREN are helping him make the decision.
Yeah.
Comms going to be so crucial here in the next few seconds.
Oh,
Waiting who's going to make the move.
Oh, they surrender the Lord.
Yeah, that's it. Unless, all right.
Carl TT secures the Lord.
Yes.
No entry from the portal. Minions pushing down.
That's fine.
And Falcons APBREN still have a way to clear this out, but they did not risk that at all.
Oh, everyone's in base, but Ogwin
Oh no, Ogwin.
can call back up here.
It's
Go for now.
either he's forcing to call a party, or he's just getting vision. Either way, it could be deadly.
It's fine. As long as Super Marco's alive, as long as Super Marco's not in any immediate danger, seems like it's still a fair game.
And there has to be a point where it's not just Super Marco you're waiting for. I think we have to start expecting that Kyle TZ will get a good Detona's welcome and a good bit of damage from Few, which we haven't all seen happen. Like
Right at the back. Right at the back. They're looking
for
for Benny. But no, they're just going to wait out the portal.
They're
All
going
right.
to burn down the shortcut. Bought time, though. It bought time for this Lord defense.
Okay,
Hear those waves.
Looking for a way to hold on to the last defense of
no!
Falcons.
Kyle,
APBREN!
Kalti's in trouble here. Oh, they're gonna rush it down. Oh, there goes the Blazing Duet. It
It's over.
clears up the minions, but not the Lord. And it will be game number 3 going over to Team Liquid.
Team Liquid Echo is a match point right now. One more win, and they could possibly be the first team to